adventurers wanted.
Yeah.
And an hour away from finishing our first morning, which is absolutely wonderful. Right, just a couple of things before we get started. This is a relaxed performance. What that means is that the lighting is going to stay like this. There will be no sudden or loud sounds. There will be some music playing every now and again, but it's atmospheric. It also means that if you are unable to sit still or be silent for a full hour and find that difficult, we are not going to penalise or judge you for that. That is perfectly welcome here. It also means that if you need to take a breather or a break at any point during the hour, there is a seating area just through the doors over there, and you are welcome to go and take a second, sit down, and come back in whenever you feel you need to. I am now going to hand over to our GM, Leo.
Hello! Hi! My name is Leo. Welcome. Hello, those of you on the stream. Welcome. Or welcome back. Those of you who have been hanging around. If you're unaware of how this works, this is a role-playing game, which means that each of the people to my left and right have a character unique to them. I am running the rest of the world. They will tell me how their characters want to interact with the world, and I will tell them how the world interacts back. And there's, as it quite often does. And there will be dice rolls to mediate this. There's a little bit of maths stuff going on, especially when we hit combat, but don't worry too much about that. Why don't we introduce ourselves once more? So, start with Reese on the left there.
Hello, my name's Reese and I'm playing Galbert Twinkletoes.
Galbert.
I am a halfling monk who's very friendly and is always listening to hand and built a strong bond with our acting captain now.
I'm Chaz. I'm playing the second half of the cleaning crew, as everyone's calling us now.
Hashtag cleaning crew.
Hashtag cleaning crew. Commander Golan Height, who is the acting captain of the Spirit of the Horizon, who at this point is feeling all 47 of his years, and is probably very tired and would like to hit things so that he can go to bed.
Hi, I'm Chris. I'm playing Ulborn, the Dwarven cleric. He heals things and has terrible ideas, apparently.
Yeah.
I'm playing Valora, the half-elf bard, who is just, I don't know, cocky and competitive, and it will likely be on her undoing, I suspect.
Quite potentially. So the story so far, the science research vessel, the Spirit of the Horizon, awoke an ancient evil, and in trying to get away, cast a spell that they didn't know what it was going to do, but they thought, hey, this is the last-ditch attempt to get away from ancient evil, and so it teleported them where they know not. And they have since come across a sort of temple that has been built out of a chitinous shell island. I just like the word chitinous, right? and have started trying to clean up the shark-like creatures. By clean up, I mean murder them all. Shark-like creatures that attacked them when they got close to the island. Along the way, they have made allies, somewhat begrudgingly, on Ulmorn's point.
Keep slaves. I'm not alright with slaves.
With a pirate slaver called Trip Mitty, or Summit to Trip to the Summit is her full long name. Trip Mitty to her friends. Cool. We left it in the middle of combat.
We had an hour of combat. So
we had an hour of combat, and what's just happened is that Golan has jumped forward with his two-handed mace and knocked the head off of another Rikina, a shark-like creature.
Can I make the dex?
Roll your dex save to see if you catch the head.
Oh, save!
No, dex check.
Oh.
Make an acrobatics check.
Can I give him guns?
11.
No. You may say it plops into the water, which was the chasm that was created by Ulmon before. Now it's the Rikina's turns. There's not much of them left. There's only the one of them on top of you here. So we've got a... Hello there! So we've got a 13, and this is pretty much everybody.
Yep.
And the trident is going to attack yourself.
It still attacks even though it can't see me.
Oh, sorry, it doesn't... you're
I'm invisible!
You're invisible now, in which case it's going to turn around and attack Ulborn as the person who is actively deconstructing the temple. And it missed.
What?
What's really upsetting is the roll that it rolled from Relora would have hit him. But there we are. As I said, I am a generous GM. So
He's kind but cruel.
well,
Note how he said I'm a jealous GM and there was absolute
nothing.
There was just no acknowledgement of that as an actual fact.
What we're gonna do is, she's got one of these. No, she actually hasn't got one of those left. She's got a guiding bolt. She's gonna cast detect magic, and she knows. As she looks over at you and knows exactly where you are from the faint sort of bardic arcana that's coming off of you. And the potion that you drank. So that's the priestess's turn. We go back to the top, I think. Oh no, hold on. Sorry, my bad. Someone hasn't had a go.
How far away am I from the chest of goodies?
The chest of goodies is 20 feet away from you, but you have to jump the chasm first.
Right. I'm going to go jump the chasm.
Athletics check.
That is a 13.
13, yeah, that clears it, absolutely. Just do it quick.
What's in it? What can I see?
What you can see is, well, make an investigation check with disadvantage, because obviously you're still in combat.
Sure. That is a 6.
A 6. There's a lot of stuff in here. There's a knife, there's a comb, there's a cloak.
A comb?
A comb! There's a comb!
Earlier when I percepted the chest, you said there was a scroll in there.
That's true, there is a scroll in there.
Can I grab it, read it, and if it's a cleric spell, cast it?
You grab the scroll, unfurl it. It's not written in a language you understand.
Damn it!
And that's your turn. So, we'll go to the top. Galbert.
Hello. So, what's left standing?
What's left standing is you've got one Rakina shark-like creature, bipedal. One Rakina stood in front of you, and behind that is the sorceress priestess.
There's still two henchmen?
There's one henchman left. One henchman left, and the priestess.
Okay.
I'm going to go up to the henchman and just do what I do and hit him with a mop.
Sure. Bring your mop around.
Not apparently, it's going to be nice.
Oh, you miss. It just flips in front of the Rakina's face.
Okay, and then my unarmed strike. 16 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
4 bludgeoning damage.
Absolutely. You just angrily slap it as the mop misses. Anything else?
Do I use any of my movement to do that?
A little. You'll have used 10 feet of it.
I didn't realise that there was one left because I was going to hold my action and I was literally going to fastball special you into the priestess.
I'm going to expend my last key point to disengage.
Okay.
And
I would like to hold my action so I can fastball special you into the priestess.
Are you going along with this?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
go back to my buddy AC and just stand at his side.
Okay. We'll come to that. That'll happen soon. It's Relora, right?
Yes. Quick question. Things like if I cast, because it's a potion,
Yeah.
does that mean that it just endures for an amount of time
No.
regardless?
No, you are under the effects of the invisibility spell, not the spell in greater invisibility.
So if I cast a spell on myself, does that make me visible?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it will.
Right.
Pretty much anything will make you visible.
Pretty much anything. I know, but I was hoping to somehow style it out.
Do you have a saving throw for styling it out?
Yes.
Is it charisma saving?
It's a performance check.
+5.
Yeah.
In that case, I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Okay.
Is that a D8?
The invisibility drops as the magic.
I'm right next to him.
Yeah. She appears right next to you.
Yeah, right?
That's 10 HP that I get back, so I'm at full.
Okay.
Uh,
Show yourself.
Is that a bonus? Or is that an action?
No, that's an action.
That's an action. I would just like to use some movement. I can't really bamboozle her, but I at least want to move from the exact point where she saw me, and then I became fully visible. So I want to move like to the side of the priestess, or just away from where I am.
Okay, fine. You just
So
sort
that
of
she's
grab-
not like a moving target.
Can I talk over to
Yeah.
Get behind me.
Screw it, yeah.
Okay, fine. You just dug behind what is Renora?
Wait a minute. Okay, so you've got Almond, and then but I'm like masked from the waist down.
Yeah, I was going to say, what
You dug.
are you?
I'm a half elf.
Okay, yeah, I
So
thought
I'm
you were
probably
half
like
elf.
just
You
sit
can
there.
try and crouch behind him if you want. It would be a stealth check with disadvantage.
Sure.
I'd say it's worth a pun.
Okay. 9.
Okay, you get behind him. It's not effective. You just sort of crouching
It's
there.
not very effective. Dot.
Exactly. And your hair and forehead are still very visible over the top of the
Bless
shield.
you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Cool. Golem. Trip. Natural trip. Critical success. Critical success. Which one is it? It's this one. Trip brings across her rapier and cuts the shark-like creature quite deeply. And then it sort of gets splattered over her fox-like fur with a little bit of the blood. Now it's Golem.
Right, I would like to fastball special. Okay, twinkle toes.
Roll an athletics check.
What is fastball special?
Oh, sorry.
So what he's going to attempt to do...
That's a reference to the X-Men comics, in which the hero Colossus. Also, all of this is trademark of Marvel Comics. The hero Colossus will pick up the famously 5'4" hero Wolverine and spins him around and then throws him at people.
Okay, up to speed.
And that's called the fastball special, which is what I'm going to try and do.
Now does it as well, but it's more of a pick up and toss than it's
Alright,
It's an athletics check.
athletics check.
Can I use my strength modifier?
Strength modifier is part of your athletics.
Oh, it is, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Absolutely right. Plus 5 is 13.
Okay. Can you roll a dexterity saving throw for me?
Of course I can.
You're a monk, right? Dex is quite high.
Not with a natural 2 it isn't. 7.
This is
So what happens
a
is this.
mitigated disaster.
What happens is you pick up Galbert and you chuck him, and you don't chuck him far enough, and he just falls into the water, face first, splash, and is now sort of treading water in the chasm.
Can I still use my movement to close the gap between me and the priestess?
Sure,
Thank you.
why not? Okay, now we've got the Reckoner. There's only one of them left. He's going to attack you.
Yeah, of course.
You're not there anymore. A 9 won't hit you.
Yeah.
And the sorceress, her trident's going to attack Ormorn. Oh, that's cold. And that's a 19.
That gets through.
You said gets through.
His armour.
Sorry about that.
You get does it get
Okay, through. No, it won't get through.
Okay.
6 damage as the glowing spiritual weapon strikes you in the chest and breaks through your chest plate because it is not of this plane. Well, it's of this plane, but it's part of the weave. There we go. You're just working that one out in your head there. She is running out of spell slots, but she's going to Guardian Bolt you because she's got that.
Spell points.
Spell points. Spell points. Nope. missed spectacularly.
Just for me, can it be I bring the shield round and just
Yeah, sure, fine. She throws a Guiding Bolt your way and you just
Don't start
dissipate
talking
it.
about the light, for God's sake.
wrong kind of light, love.
Oh, for God's sake.
The light. Ormorn.
Right.
Did you say light?
I said, right. Is what I said.
Right.
I'm going to run at her and smack her around her fishy face.
Of course you are. Go smack that fishy face.
That's got 12.
12 hits.
Hey! That's 7. Hit it for 7 points of damage.
Okay, that's not bad. Big smack with the warhammer on the side.
The light compels you.
Sure.
He's a racist, what he does.
Galbert, you were thrown into the water.
I would like to get out of the water, please.
Okay. Which side would you like to get out of the water into?
The
Trippers.
priestess's side.
Priestess's side, okay. Up you get, pulling yourself up, and that's going to take half your movement.
That's fine. I have 17.5 feet of movement there. How far away is the priestess?
10 feet.
Yeah, go up. And then... Sweet! I'm a monk. I get an extra 10 feet.
I was wondering how hard it was.
Alright. That's a 20 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Nice.
Is this with the mob?
Yep.
Nice.
That's 5 bludgeoning damage. Then comes the fist. That's a critical success.
Yeah.
That's max.
Yeah.
So 8 plus 3 is 11.
Oh, you're destroying these Rakina. She's still standing, but she is now incredibly bloodied, and you lost some teeth, and she's got bruises already showing underneath the scales.
I give the little man a nod. Nice one.
Thank you.
That's
He's so affable for such a dangerous machine.
And that's why you don't hurt my cleaner.
Relora, you just saw all of that happen?
Yeah, rapier her.
Yeah, sure. Okay, rapier her.
Rapier above.
It is now.
Right.
That's 18.
Yeah, that hits.
So 8. That's 6.
How would you like this to
I would like. The main thing is I'd like to do it without looking.
Okay. Okay, you come into one of your war dancer-like spins and just have your sword out, and it just cuts her throat, and she stands there for a moment, and then just blood, and she falls and around on the floor, and you stand over her, and look over at Trip, and Trip is like, yeah.
If you Trip fighting something.
Trip is fighting someone.
Just makes time for the little.
That person, that Rekina, provoking an attack of opportunity, jumps into the water and swims away. And
You better run.
and the dust settles, and you're left in this temple, slowly cracking, where the damage has hit the
Well.
fabric of the temple.
I feel.
Gather our things and leave.
I feel, all things considered, it didn't go as terribly as it could have done. Sorry about the throw.
It's okay.
However, you were absolutely fantastic.
As for you.
Oh, no, please. No,
Please.
I don't want to do that.
Well,
Well, this is
Well,
already
this is
been
happening.
agreed
Wait,
on.
no, wait!
check my
Aurora.
body in the chest.
Amazing work.
Thanks,
Amazing, and more importantly, amazing teamwork as well, everybody.
So you get a cloak.
I want to raise her body.
On the body,
If she's got
she has a circlet, which is obviously magical.
Nab that
Yeah.
for any of these suckers.
A little bit slight.
Well, I've got the scroll. I'll grab that cloak as well.
Yeah, fantastic.
What's that cloak you've got there?
There's also a
What's
gold.
a clue, Captain?
There's also a gold-plated woman's comb
Tips.
Risky.
My hair already looks good enough.
and a magical-looking dagger in there as well.
I'm just going to
Just scoop all of that.
pop it all in.
That's
Trip, are you satisfied?
She
Do you need the head or anything?
she shakes the fish blood off of her sword and goes, "I'm satisfied."
I will never be satisfied.
Do you need the head or anything, or are you good?
Is that the first Hamilton reference? I think
It's the second.
Yeah, it's a second guess.
I don't need her head. No.
Oh, well, I was just checking. Sometimes in the art of war, you have to have these things as a morale.
No, that's Thank you.
Okay, well I'm going to do it. And I am genuinely going to cut the head off the priestess and just throw it into one of the water holes.
Okay. Fine.
It comes to life.
Luckily, you got the circlet off of the head before
Yeah.
before he did this.
I'm rubbish with Arcana, so I'm guessing I'm not going to find it much. Is there anything I can tell about whether this needs like alignment or what this does?
Roll an Arcana check.
That would be 3. It is a circle.
It's a really nice looking circlet.
Do you want me to have a look?
I'm still holding on to it. You can look.
It's nice to see that the crew have so much trust, isn't it?
That's a 15.
15. This was buffing her magical abilities in some way.
But buffing.
Yeah, as in it was increasing her magical abilities in some way.
Okay. Assume you tell me
And
that.
shiny.
Do you?
Making them shinier.
In some way, this is. Here, have a look at this scroll, would you? Right,
No,
so
no, 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 I'm still holding it.
She's
I'm
still
still holding
strength,
it.
contest a strength check.
If we're going to do this, fine. Let's do this. 2 athletics checks, please.
Oh,
Or you can
God's sake.
actually work with acrobatics if you prefer.
I would prefer
I thought you would.
Good luck.
7.
10.
You bastard.
Yeah, you try and hold on and just fingers out.
Can we not?
Pop it on. Sure.
We were working so well as a team. I don't want it to fall to. Oh God, I really need a drink.
So do I have
It's
the
been a hell
scroll
of a
now?
day.
What does the, have we seen what the scroll
The
is?
scroll is written in a language you don't understand.
I'm just checking to see if I have another language. Because I think I do.
Okay?
Trip.
Yeah.
Do you understand it?
She takes the scroll, looks at it. Yeah.
What's it saying?
What language is it in?
And she rolls up the scroll and puts it.
No, Trip!
She's like, it's just a note from someone to someone else. The Rekina probably thought it was important. I'll deliver
I
it.
go,
Insight.
I go and stand by the door. Just
Whilst
stand
you
there,
stand by the door,
arms
I-
crossed.
Whilst you stand by the door, I'd like to make an insight check on that.
Yeah, sure.
What's my circuit doing?
Nothing.
That is a 13.
Firstly,
She's a pirate. She's clearly lying about something.
Trip.
Yeah.
I may be new to this world, but I'm not an idiot.
It's a property deed. What do you want from me?
A
Property deeds
to
or
what?
what?
There's a small home on the Thundercrest Isles, which I presume you don't even know what that is.
No, we don't. But if we can't find our way home, we'll need a home base.
It's a terraced house. It's not.
Yes.
I like
There's
a
not
good
a lot of
terrace.
us.
I'm a fan of terraces.
Can I just, so is it just us in
Are
the
you-
temple at the moment?
Yeah, just the 5 of you. Are you to say that I am to receive none of the spoils for this battle?
Slaves
Okay,
are alive,
okay.
aren't they?
I would like to
Who
make the
killed
riskiest persuasion check possible. Well, to be honest, all you said you wanted was to kill the priestess. So if we're talking specifically on the terms that we agreed upon,
I'm helping him by standing just crossed arms next
Roll,
to him.
roll with advantage with
Yeah.
the help that these two have got you.
okay, that's a 7. That's not great. And that is a 3.
Those aren't the pirate rules. We split whatever loot is found.
Okay, so how are you going to split that house then?
I'm going to sell it and split the gold between my crew.
How about this?
And
Since
the
we
4
saved...
people who outnumber you in this temple right now?
I'll give you an advance on the gold when you come and find me at the Black Cove.
How are we going to get to the Black Cove? Map?
You seem to be tying yourself in verbal knots, Trip.
Is there like
Also,
a
I was
general
making headway, guys.
description?
Your slaves are alive, what are they worth?
Just everybody, can we just... And I just make this gesture to everybody else.
I'm standing by the door.
I make this gesture to everybody else. Trip. It's fine, it's captain to... Acting captain. There's no fun with the sea.
Yes. folk of the sea.
Listen, we are travelers, and here's an idea. If you give us the deeds of the property, we're not going to be here permanently, we'll leave it. I will specifically write a thing to leave it to you and your crew.
Deception check?
-1, great! All of that great charisma score.
Unbelievable.
I was making headway, guys.
That's another 3.
How is that any different from what I offered you?
You leave here with your skull intact.
Can we just please?
Do you know what? If it's that important to you, you can have the deed.
I grab the deed and I tear it in two, knowing I'm the only one who's got mending.
Okay. Can I leave
Oh.
It's not my decision. He's
Now,
the captain.
now, about the matter of the acting. About the matter of these maps we discussed before we entered this temple.
I know where there is a map to the Black Cove.
Yes, that's right. It's in a sunken ship.
Literally cannot take you to the Black Cove. There is a pact we seal when we get there. We cannot tell strangers where it is.
Oh, right.
But I can show you where there is a map. You can get the map yourselves, and then you can come and find me. Okay?
Bloody pirates.
I feel that we have an accord.
Yes.
It's the best I can do.
Alright. I will say.
And she holds out her paw.
Take care on these strange waters. Well, they're strange to me, I suppose.
Well, you can sail aside the Baton. That's the name of my ship, by the way. You can sail aside the Baton as far as we get to the islands where I know this scuttled ship with the map is. Is that fair?
I think it's fair. I say it with that look as if to be like, let's go now, because this island's an egg.
Yeah, I have no issue.
Yeah.
Fine. And she strides out of the door, as long as nobody impedes her.
No,
No?
turn out the way. You gave me the nod, didn't you?
It's true.
I'm sure that when we leave this place, having left one single person alive in this giant egg, that this isn't going to backfire massively a couple of weeks down the line.
No.
Who knows? Who knows?
If you leave one alive, they can spread the tale.
I think that's the point.
Are you coming on to me?
No.
But what was all that? What was all that about?
Should
I
we
was
get back?
attempting something.
I
I'll
think
never
going
do
back
it
to the
again.
ship is a good idea.
Shall we get back to the ship?
Should we get back to the ship? And when we're on the ship, we should get all of our magic users to investigate this hall, this cloak and comb.
Aye.
We don't want any evil artifacts on our voyage.
I'm sure Brina can handle it. If she's calmed down.
Also, you're not the cleaner anymore. You're getting promoted.
What?
You are now You're now head cleaner.
Can I hire people?
I don't know what the rungs are.
You're the commander, you should know.
I don't. It's probably more the masters.
Yeah.
We'll ask the master when we get back on the ship where everything is. I'm more of the. Well, let's just go back to the ship.
Yeah, you walk out of the temple and the prison camp from before has been absolutely cleared. There's not even a sign of Grusso and his
I thought he was waiting for us.
crew. The empty barrel of ship's biscuits.
Yeah, he ran out of biscuits.
They ran out of biscuits, and they've gone off to try and find some more biscuits.
So we head back to where our boat was.
Absolutely, you head back through the forest, and very quickly, not a big island to remember, find the beach with your rowboat, and Grusso and his crew are waiting there, eating more ship's biscuits and avoiding mouldy bread. There is also a lifeboat with Timberbrake, Trip's friend that you mentioned, you met earlier, and a couple of her heavies as well, and they are waiting for Trip. They hold arms and greet when Trip appears, and then she looks back over on you.
While we've been going, I've been counting the cash.
Counting the cash.
Yeah, from the chest, there was money in there.
Was it?
Was there no money in there?
No. There was a gold comb.
Yeah. That was it.
You reckon the gold comb is about 15 gold pieces worth of comb.
I throw the gold comb.
Oh, okay, he throws the comb.
But
Can that be my badge of office?
why does nobody
Can it be?
run things through me first?
I'm holding the loot, Captain.
Yes, but it's the loot for the ship. We investigate and then...
Oh, sorry, go over and take it back from her.
Can it be my badge of office?
We'll find out what it is, but can we?
You appear to be flustered.
Trip looks back over to all.
I mean, I know this joke is too soon, but I feel like I'm getting my soul sucked out at the moment.
Oh, that is too soon.
Relora is actually laughing out loud.
Remember the last one.
Hashtag the last one.
She finds that quite funny.
The ship's captain got her soul sucked out.
By the by.
Yeah.
All
This
of you,
happened about
all of you-
half a day ago.
all of you head back to the ship first. Make sure you hand those to our magic users to investigate. And then just one of you come back, and we'll slowly take Bruner's crew up there, and I will come on last with the last of the uploads.
Trip sends you a nod, and she and Timberbreaker are already off, and you can see the baton resailed, ready to go, off by the Spirit, in fact. And the people on the crew of the Spirit of the Horizon are looking over at them, kind of cautiously, considering there is a...
I should probably...
Right before he sets off, I'm going to put my hand on his shoulder. It's like, I know it's not the best deal to make with the best people, but it's the best we've got.
I've come to terms with it.
There we go.
What did you want?
Because I'm a lieutenant on the ship,
You are.
should I go back and then send an underling to help with the road?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I was. Yes.
And it takes the better part of an hour, but you manage to get Crusoe's crew on board.
Is the baton waiting for us?
The baton is waiting for you. Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, you're all back on the ship.
Do we get any kind of rest from the ship?
If you would like to take a short rest,
I would
yes.
like to say to the rest of the crew, like who's directly under me in terms of this military? It's you, isn't it? Right? Is that
A couple of us.
do you know exactly what I said? Let's head to where they say the sunken ship is. We have 2 potions of water breathing. We send out some
Wait,
fighters.
sorry, did everyone see that and know that they're too I haven't told anyone.
Oh no, that's true actually. We need to work out a way to get down to that sunken ship. We will just follow it. I need to have some rest and collect my thoughts. And I will very awkwardly start heading to what used to be my cabin and then stop. And be like, and just like very gingerly head into the captain.
Okay.
And then drink myself to sleep for a long rest.
That's where we're keeping her body, so...
Yeah, Sammy Delasson's body is on the floor.
Oh god, it's double.
With Brina and Katana, in fact.
with Brina and Kathana checking the tablet, which is now seems to be...
Yeah, so it'll be a double fake out. Yeah. Right, yes. Keep up the work.
At which point
You follow in and give the magic items to
I give all the
Brina.
magical items to Brina and Kathana and say, have a look at all of this. Okay, so
I imagine I have a secret stash at this point of booze.
also, once he's gone, get on deck, look around and find anyone else slightly below me, hand over all responsibility to them, and then go to my own cabin for rest, because I've had a long day. A long day.
Right before I go to sleep, I would like to pen a small piece of parchment.
What are you saying?
What's the name of the master of the ship?
Well, I don't actually know off the top of my head.
Gwendolyn.
Let's just say that
Gwendolyn Skull.
There you are.
Okay, so let's just let's go. Having proven himself in the field of battle and a loyal member of the crew, I hereby recommend that Twinkleton, what's your first name? Galbert. Everyone's been pronouncing it wrong. I hereby recommend that Galbert Twinkletoes receives a promotion. I don't know what to. I don't know how this works. But he shouldn't be emptying out the latrines.
Please tell me that where it says his name, you've crossed out the first name.
Yeah. No, 3 times, yeah. 3 times I've misspelled it. I should have did a latrine, and then just lean out and whoever's just there, just like, I'm just taking this to them.
Galbert is outside the cabin, like, waiting for this scroll, I presume, and you take it off.
You take this to the master, and I'm gonna go
Thank you very much.
do normal, well-adjusted things.
In your small cabin. It's only a small
Yeah,
cabin,
yeah.
but you're still at sea. And in fact, there is a slight crack in the hull in your cabin as well, which just reminds you, officers, that the ship is still in dire needs of repair.
I fix people, not dogs.
And as you're handing over responsibility to a sub-lieutenant, they'd say, we did a stock check while you were on the island. There's very little food. One of those creatures got into the hold and we had to finish it off. I know the captain of the Marines wants to eat the creatures, but not all of us can have the stomach for that.
Ah, folks. Right. Well, we're going somewhere with a pirate. I'm afraid I can't be more specific than that.
Is it an island? Will there be a port?
Well, I bloody hope so.
Okay, we should be able to survive maybe a few days on rations.
Right. Close the doors to my cabin, pull out a ship's biscuit, pocket fairly, and start munching on it.
Offers of privilege, right?
Just not very nice, man.
I'm just long resting the hell out of this bad boy.
Relora, what are you doing?
So we're all going to be able to have a long rest? Is that,
Yes.
That feels... Okay.
Yes.
I'm half elf, so I don't have to sleep for all of that, do I?
Yeah.
No.
That's
That's an elf.
I've got Fey ancestry, that doesn't do anything in terms of...
No.
It's only full elves that meditate.
So do I have to sleep for all of that to
Yes.
get all the spells?
It's the human blood in you.
Damn it. Well, she makes a slightly odd decision and goes and picks a point on deck
Yeah.
where she can actually kind of look out at the open ocean, seeing whether there's anything else around. And she actually falls asleep on just like some kind of, bundled up sails or something like that that lays at the edge of the ship on top of the deck, and that's where she falls asleep for her long rest.
Fantastic. And the baton turns around and leaves the shell island Vokelahanu behind and starts sailing off east, and the Spirit of the Horizon follows. It takes several hours, and 8 odd hours later, the lot of you wake up and you can just see sea around you.
Do I need to have any demerits for being outrageously hungover?
Roll a Constitution save.
Thank you. Saving throw, yeah?
Yeah.
+4 is 21.
You're not hungover at all.
Hey!
Solid as a rock.
You might be hungover tomorrow.
Just bounding out of that. Ain't nothing gonna break my strength.
You might well be hungover tomorrow.
Can I have a brief conversation with the master to make sure that they got the message?
Yeah, absolutely, and they did indeed. And he's been given a military field commendation, but is still a member of the cleaning crew,
Okay.
as it were.
That's the best I could do.
Somebody's got to be the cleaning crew.
Has he got a badge or a medal or something?
He's got a gold comb on a safety pin, just pinned to his chest.
Can I have a conversation with the magic people who are investigating?
Absolutely, yeah. You go back upstairs and find Caethana and Brina. Brina still has a slightly wild look in her eye, but she's calmer than when you saw her earlier.
Oh no, please. Acting.
And they
What's up with the cloak?
The cloak allows you to swim as if you were a magical, a water creature somehow. It gives you a swimming speed, as it were. Cloak of the Mantle Vein. Caethana's called it.
And everything else? Are there any other interesting magical properties? I assume the cone was wholly uninteresting, considering Twibbletoe as well.
The cone was wholly uninteresting. The dagger seems to exert some kind of control over small lizards.
That's very interesting.
What? I got to name this one. I called it the Dagger of Lizard Control.
Dagger of lizard control. Well, we don't have a lot of people on the ship who know how to use a dagger. We'll make sure that Rolana gets it. She sends it.
Okay.
Does it go to someone called Rolana and there's constant confusion on the ship of Relora and Rolana? Or does it make it clear to me?
You know the one. Tall, pointy ears, sings a lot. That one.
I think it will make its way to you.
Love that the second Elven
a
bard's
dagger
called
of
Lizard control. Yep. Dagger of lizard control.
Is
That's
there anything else of interest?
We have
10 minutes.
10 minutes. Not really. There's nothing particularly of interest.
I've woken up. What's my circle do?
Have you identified it?
No.
It's
I'm wearing it.
It's
I'm
very,
wearing it.
It's very pretty. It's pretty.
Can I make an Arcana check?
Sure.
It's a 13.
It should buff magic in some way. You should be able to get a decent magic buff out of this. Can I just sort of try stuff and see what happens? What are you going to try?
No, nothing right now. So I have it in my. See what happens in the long run.
Okay, so you're just going to see what happens in the long run. Yeah, fair enough.
Who am I talking to now?
You're talking to Brina. So she's a gnomish elf, and she's known for panicking on the ship.
Was it Brina?
Brina. Yeah.
Brina?
Yes.
Are you tired?
Yes. I've just realised I am very tired.
Brina. I'm so tired. All the time.
That's okay. We know you can lead us.
I'm not.
I think.
Well, it's
And she looks over at Sammy's dead body again. And then she looks over
don't look at it. That's why you know I'll try my best. That's all.
That's fine. And Kefana cuts in and goes, We know good. We know you're doing your best.
Right, I barge in the door, say, right, we're done with the body. Should we bury it?
I suppose it should be buried at sea. That's what she would have wanted anyway.
Right.
Before we do that, do we need to have a conversation about this whole gold teleportation thing that's been going on?
I just assumed that it was something that was happening as a result of being in this strange land. No rules seem to make sense. There are races that we've never encountered in our lifetimes. There
There are species we've never encountered in our lifetimes?
Yes, because that's a synonym for species. God's sake, not even words make sense anymore.
If anything, it seems to reflect the spell that got us here.
Yeah,
I'm guessing
it
it's
does.
got some kind of lingering property.
Yeah. So I would say to any able-bodied crew person who can fight, they should keep their weapons on them at all times in case they are randomly pulled into it. I mean, sometimes it's worked in our favour. I mean, Twinkleton managed to fight a bunch of people off with just a mop. Like, some other people might not be so lucky. I mean, it was a miracle that Salmon happened to have his longbow on him when he came on with us. How is Salmon, by the way? I imagine he's quite traumatised by the whole experience.
Salmon is doing what Salmon does best. He's making magic out of not very many rations.
Well, he'll need to continue doing that for a bit while longer until we find the nearest port.
Then let's have a funeral for Captain Delasson.
Right. Wrapped in.
I'm sure the Relora will sing a very moving...
Laura's just going to do something that's kind of really cool. She's not going to even use her loop. There's just
She will... No. I will specifically request that she sings a very emotional song.
A dirge!
Yeah.
A dirge!
A very emotional funeral song, 3.5 minutes minimum.
Right. Well, she's listening for what the music is in the background that accompanies this.
You see, the thing is, it seems to me that the captain lived her life like a... No, it's not coming to me.
I've gathered the cleaning crew and we're doing a 12 mop salute.
What constitutes a 12 mop salute?
It's quite a delicate process.
Yeah.
You see, each of the cleaners needs to have at least a bucket beside them, at which point you have to somehow wring out the mop in the bucket, fling the bucket up into the air, and have it land on your head.
Land on head. Fantastic.
Ignoring all of this, I'm intoning a prayer to the Lord of the Sun to take this woman back to the seas that she loved in this strange place amongst strange people. She was our rock.
true acting captain fashion, I'm going to make everybody else say something. and just stand there, feeling feelings privately.
While drinking.
Glowing light out of the hands, just praising, healing,
Thinking about
lifting
how
the body.
Okay. You just push the body on a stretcher.
oh, do you need like pallbearers? I'll do that.
Yeah, sure. Paul
Won't be me and the
lift it
master
up.
like at the front.
And just as the buckets all on the cleaning crew's heads, to Relora's music, you just push the body of Captain Delasson off the spirit.
Might take you.
Into the water. And the
Acknowledgement
No,
on there.
there were no ones.
But still, a little acknowledgement. Right? Do you have your dagger by now? Probably do.
yeah.
I want one with the lizard thing.
Yes.
Well, the thing is, I was told it was a dagger of lizard control, but there aren't any lizards on the ship. So I was going to try and try. It doesn't work on rats, I know that much.
Actually, I might say something.
There are rats?
I might say something very quickly.
That's a cheat.
I will. So there was like a ramp that we. So I'll stand on like the edge of that, basically, so I'm like slightly higher up, so people can see me on this ship, including all of the new
This
people.
is after now, so this is in the moments after Renora has finished her funeral song.
The captain gave her life so that we could find safe harbour. She didn't know where we would end up, but she took a chance. She took a chance so that this ship and its crew could have their own chance of living and finding the safe harbour. I won't lie to you, I've been hurt by this as much as any of you. But I will promise all of you that if I have to take that chance, I will. I'm sure that all of you would take that chance for all of the men and women and all points in between standing next to you. We don't know where we are, so we're all we've got.
And he steps down and walks off to his cabin as the spirit of the horizon and the Bitarn head east with the sun setting behind them. That is where we're going to leave this particular hour.
Nice.
Fantastic. Thanks very much, guys. So I invite Naomi back over.
Hi, yes, thank you very much for coming to this, our 5th hour of Adventures Wanted. We are, sorry, just was in the middle of a tweet there when I got pulled up. It happens. To mention that we are here for the whole festival. We will be running from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. and then 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. every single day until the 28th of August, apart from the 24th and 25th. And we are also streaming live on Twitch. Thank you to those of you who are tuned in right now. We're streaming live on Twitch.
Thank you, stream.
Cheers, Stream. You're alright.
Twitch.tv/Adventures Wanted and live tweeting on @AdventurousT50. Please tell people about us on Instagram, Facebook, in person, whatever you want to do. And yeah, I'm just going to give this opportunity to provide 2 people who are playing today who have other shows to talk about. So we're going to quickly do that now.
Yes, okay, so I am in a sketch comedy act called Dirty White Boys, and we're doing a show called Stupid. We start tomorrow, and we're on every day of the Fringe, with the exception of the 14th, I should say, at Just the Tonic at the Caves at 20 past 9 p.m. And it's a pay what you want show, so it's free to get in. We think it's pretty funny. Some people agree.
It is. Having seen the show twice, it is pretty funny.
Yeah,
Twice.
please come and see that.
Plan for a repeat, that's good. I'm also a freelance PR, so I'm working on a whole bunch of different shows. So if you pop to my website, which is chrishislop.com, and on there are a list of all the shows I'm working on. There's a whole, runs the gamut range of different things. It'll be great to see you all there.
Cool, thank you very much, guys. Can we please give our players and our GM a round of applause? We are now going to take a 2-hour break. But if you'd like to come back this evening, please do. If not, have a wonderful day.
Thank you.
Which one's on?
Brilliant, thanks very much.
Bye, stream.
Bye stream.
Bye Twitch. Bye Twitch.